Well, it's great to be back in Spain. I love Spain. And I did live in Spain for a couple of years in southern Spain. So for me, it's very close to my heart. I'm very passionate about Spain. I love the food, love the people and the culture. So I do come to Spain a lot, sometimes not even to work, just for holiday and to see friends. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to the shows next year. They're going to be massive. There's so much horrible things going on in the world, and I think the best thing to do is a good 80s show because the music represents fun and happiness. And when you go to an 80s concert, everybody is singing the songs because they grew up with this music. So whenever I do 80s shows, it's just such a great energy from people, and they forget all their troubles, they forget what's going on for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, how long the show is, and they just enjoy themselves and forget about all their worries because 80s music is uplifting, you know, and so much so that the 80s music is so back in the way that a band called Weekend, when I first heard them, I thought it was an a-ha record. It's very 80s, so there's so many young stars at the moment creating music with a very 80s flavour, you know.
Yeah, why do you think there's this comeback of the 80s, of the 90s even?
I don't think the 90s comeback wasn't as big as the 80s comeback. Everybody's done it a few years ago, but the 80s just go on and on and on. I think the music was a lot better. In the 90s, the disco music was very, let's say, no, 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 no. There wasn't no lyrics. And there was a lot of rave music, and I remember dancing to that music in the 90s thinking, I want to hear the words. I want to hear the song. I want to know what it's about. And because the 80s, we had great choruses, very anthemous choruses that everybody could remember. I mean, in the 90s, we had a lot of guitar bands like Oasis and people like that. But yeah, the rave scene was fun, but I think the 80s was great in the way because whatever you dress like, you could tell they was 80s fans. It wasn't like just going to a show. Everybody used to dress up, and they still do. In their ripped jeans and their t-shirts and their pink socks or their hair bands, and it's so great to see, you know.
You never stop working, but how do you work with these in these times of like streaming platforms, and it's not all about the records and how many records do you sell, it's more about...
We don't sell no records anymore, do we, really? I mean, back in the 80s, you had to sell 500,000 albums to get a gold disc or a platinum disc, something like that. We had to sell lots and lots of music. But now you can be at #1 with 10,000 downloads. So, God, that's changed the music business a lot. But because I work so much in live stuff, like after this day, I go to Vienna and I do a big 80s show with Kim Wilde and my live band. It just never stops. It just seems that even the young people, well, I've seen them in my shows, very young, with their mums and dads, all wearing Samantha Fox t-shirts. And I absolutely love it because those kids are going to grow up listening to me and all these other 80s stars. Yeah, it's great.
Back in the day and even now, a lot of people say that you are one of the most loved people in the UK, along with Margaret Thatcher. Lady Di, how does it feel?
Well, that was a long time ago. I mean, Lady Di and Maggie Thatcher, wow. I mean, they were, yeah, it was in the paper that I was the most photographed woman with Lady Di, Maggie Thatcher, and for me, it was amazing. I was a big fan of Lady Diana. I was like, oh, maybe I'll meet her one day. But sadly not, and she's gone, which is so sad. I cried for like a week when she went. You know, when you grow up with somebody. So, yeah, no, it feels good.
I wanted to ask you also, I suppose, do you listen music from now young artists? Wanted to ask you, do you like some specific artists now?
Of course. I don't know, but I tend to at home keep playing stuff from the 80s. I really do. I like Taylor Swift. I think she's a very good writer, great performer. Being so young, she's so prolific, and she just writes about real things. And the other girl I like, and I can't think of her name now. You can buy me flowers. No, what's her name? Miley Cyrus. I love Miley Cyrus. She's a bit naughtier than Taylor Swift, and she's cheeky, and I think she's got a great personality and a great writer and a great voice. Yeah, I do. I listen to those two people, yeah, a lot. And The Weeknd, of course.
Yeah.
Big fan, big fan.
Yeah, she's older and people didn't like that. I wanted to ask you how's getting older and being an artist.
I don't think about it really. I think age is a number. I think as an artist we can only progress, you know. Big fan of Cher, you know, but look at her, from the 60s, 1960s, all the way through now to 2004, and she's still doing it and selling records. And Madonna, I mean, God, she's just finished a tour. So no, I think people who think about age is stupid. Why?
Also, you started very young, and the world tagged you like a sex symbol. Wanted to ask you.
I still am.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
You are. No, you are.
Well, why not?
Wanted to ask you if you see difference between the younger artist, the young girl artist now, and
Yeah. Yeah. When I look at videos now, they're so rude. Like, I remember doing Touch Me, and it got banned because I had a little hole in the bum of my jeans, and the BBC wouldn't play the video. But now they're playing all kinds of videos, and women twerking, and the lyrics are quite naughty, and I wouldn't want my children watching a lot of it, to be honest.
Do you prefer it now or back in your days?
Back in my day, I think it's sexier to give a little bit.
Okay.
Everyone expected when I did Touch Me to wear something really sexy, but the song was enough. Jeans, jean jacket, band. It's how you perform it and how you put it across. I made sure that most of my videos weren't obviously so sexy. If you look at them, they're very fun, and the messages. I was full of life, like nothing's going to stop me now. The video is diving in the pool, driving a car, flying a plane. And at that time in my life, nothing was going to stop me. So I tried to make the videos really interesting. In the 80s, we did more of a storyboard with videos. Now it's very kind of, I don't know, nowadays they can make a video in like 50 minutes because it's all computerized and AI and stuff like that. So it's all changed, really. But I'm growing with it. You know, I have to if I want to keep in this business. But it's 41 years that I've been doing this. So far, so good.
And just to the end, yeah.
What about the show?
Yeah.
More about the show. Where is the show?
Yeah. Well,
We think center in Madrid.
Witchy. What?
We think, like we think.
We think.
yeah.
We think centre.
Yeah.
Okay, let's promote the show.
How is gonna be the show?
Ooh, it's going to be so much fun. We've got Rama, Alphaville, CC Ket, me, Bad Boys Blue. So it's going to be a big party. Every song is a disco song, and we're going to bring back disco. And everybody can have fun and dance. And I think there's going to be thousands of people. These tickets are going to go. So it's at the We Think Centre in Madrid, which is huge.
Yeah.
So we're going to make this show uplifting, happy, like a big party, and celebrate with everybody. And we want everyone to sing and remember those words of when they were growing up.
We just finished? Yeah. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for your time.
Thank you.